Intersex refers to a variety of situations in which a person is born with reproductive or sexual anatomy that doesn't fit the boxes of either male or female. It's a topic that's rarely discussed. Now, a Southampton lecturer has directed the UK's first film to feature lead intersex characters, and our reporter Mike Apps has this report.
When it came to my own intersex story, I shared the fact that I was intersex back in 2018 in a documentary called The Intersex Diaries. But before that, I had lived 21 years without ever telling anyone, except for my family and a few hundred doctors and nurses, that I was intersex.
The Radio 1 documentary that Anick featured in 5 years ago was a groundbreaking look at a genetic condition that many people probably haven't heard of.
You can't tell someone is intersex just by looking at them. Intersex itself is an umbrella term used to describe people who are born with biological variations in their sex characteristics that don't fit typical male or female categories. So whilst we're told that people are either born male or female, there are actually many intersex variations that people can be born with too. These can affect chromosome patterns and hormones, as well as internal and external genitalia. And this occurs naturally in about 1.7% of the population.
When I was born, it was evident to those around me that my body wasn't quote-unquote average or normal, but there wasn't really the word intersex that my parents used. So they kind of were told to raise me as a boy. For me, I have XY chromosomes, but my body doesn't respond to hormones in the same way that the average male does.
The documentary followed Anick on his journey to complete surgery to give him a male organ created through a skin graft from his arm and a prosthetic device.
I really felt I needed the surgery in order to overcome how I felt about my body. I'm finally going to have the closest thing to what other guys have, and maybe I'll be able to experience what other people do when they're my age, relationships, that kind of stuff, which I've always avoided.
Dr Kamran Qureshi is an award-winning director and lecturer in film production at Southampton Solent University. He was shocked that intersex is a subject that's been ignored by cinema.
British cinema is one of the oldest cinema in the world, and I still can't believe it that, we haven't done any film at all on this subject, a very important subject.
So Dr Qureshi carried out in-depth research into the subject before directing Only Love Matters, the first British film to feature lead intersex characters.
The film is inspired by many true stories exist in the world. Give them a representation on a screen. Like we cast male and female, like we cast a different sector or groups of the society. We need to have male and female and intersex people as well.
The filmmakers got an insight into how much of a taboo subject intersex is during the casting process. Dr Iram Qureshi is the film's producer.
We did put a casting call out for intersex people, and we have one person who's intersex, but they haven't basically announced it or not told anyone, and they didn't want to be revealed. I feel it is a responsibility as filmmakers to spread awareness, and educate the society.
Stories that are...
Anick hopes more films and TV shows will tackle this subject.
Statistics are inherently messy. It's not something that we can oversimplify and say, okay, this type of body equals this for everyone. My hope is that we will start to see families and people who know intersex people feeling a lot more included and feeling a lot less alone.
Thanks for listening to this upload from BBC Radio Solent. For more like this, open the BBC Sounds app and scroll down to From the South.